What's up guys, it's Sunday, we're back with a market update. In today's video we're not going to do something very special, we're just going to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum and Gold as usual. But again, let me know if you should check other coins, other assets. Maybe look into silver, because I see more and more people are trading silver, but I haven't really looked into silver, but maybe that's something for the future. Let me know, like and subscribe, really appreciate that. And let's get into the video then. Let's start with Bitcoin as always, and no lines on the chart, just the candlesticks. What have we seen? Last week, of course, for holiday, Christmas, New Year, of course, there were not that much price action, but still, it wasn't that bad, because if I remember correctly, last year, the 2 weeks before the end of the year, it was horrendous. It was just price doing this for 2 weeks straight. It was unbelievable. But now we still saw some moves, of course. It were not the crazy moves of the year, of course not, but price did do some things. As you see here the past days, even Saturday, Sunday, yeah, price is just railing up. It's not making big moves, but just slowly growing up, which is good for the market. Of course, as you see, Sunday today almost a 1% gain, which is good. If we open our levels, don't get too confused. I know it's a lot maybe, but I'll explain everything. So below we do have our support levels as always. Nothing to worry about. If we zoom in a bit on the 1 hour, price created a nice kind of support zone here. Because yeah, here we saw a lot of volatility. I think it might have to do with some news, because it was on Friday, probably some news event. So that was why price reacted there like crazy. But now price ranged again, and it's now up. We're looking to finally break the 92,000, which I already mentioned in maybe the first market update, which is 5 weeks ago. And then it was that was not this zone, but just this zone price has to gain. Price still hasn't did that, surely not on Bitcoin, but maybe we'll see it in the future. As of now, we're clearly in a local uptrend. Big institutions, market makers, big players, ETFs all open again, should all be back to work, so we should see more volume. So for Bitcoin, it's very clear right now, we're in an uptrend. We made a sharp correction here from the 94,000 back to the 84,000, which had many people worrying and panicking, but price did what it had to do. They still have to open the biggest support zone, which is very nice for the future. And a bit of a ranging here, but it looks like we could see new highs on Bitcoin to the 90 to 92,000. If you have a look on Ethereum, I know there's a lot of lines. I'm going to delete a couple. First, I want to share something which is maybe a bit of a misconception, but it's alright. This level here was shared in the Discord as a trading opportunity. Now many people see this and think your level did nothing. Price just went straight through it. Well, the level was worthless. If I would have taken a trade there, I would have been stopped out immediately. But that's not true. You have to zoom in. For example, this level, if you go to the 3 minute, this level got wicked perfectly and gave a nice pullback. A pullback of what, 1.5%? That was a perfect trading opportunity. You can just limit this in, stop loss of 0.40 even, then you had a good 3 to 4 hour trade perfectly just because of my level. So please don't just look on the higher time frame, say, oh, price busted through it, was a shit level. You have to dive deeper. But this level is of course worthless now. If you zoom out, Bitcoin, Ethereum also created a support level here, because this made new highs. And then we have this level from the high in this range here, the 3,350, which is a very important level. And if Ethereum can, like Bitcoin, make some momentum, then we can surely look for more upside potential. Ethereum, especially, also mentioned in last week's, has a bit more structure and a bit more support levels, which is positive. Of course, at the end of the day, if Bitcoin dumps, Ethereum will dump as well, so it's not crazy important, but still, of course, these levels are not the best levels, but these are all trading opportunities. But for now, a bit irrelevant. We're in this zone, we're looking at this right now, surely a level more to the upside, because we're in an uptrend. For Ethereum, I'd say can play the continuation here. Oh, what am I drawing? If price comes here, play continuation, can look for a possible short here. So all these levels are shared in the Discord as always, so make sure to join. And of course, this is a big resistance level or level to gain. You can surely play a short here. And as mentioned with the level I showed, playing a short here doesn't mean price will just dump to the bottom again, that the move is done, that we're changing to a downtrend. But price can perfectly do this, tap the level, make a pullback of 2-3%, and then just continue the trend, and then you have perfectly trading opportunity like that. And that's why we can trade against the trend, because me myself, I find trading in continuation setup pretty difficult. like to trade reversals, but of course if you're in an uptrend, the probability of a short playing out is a bit less. But that's why we can still short in an uptrend and long in a downtrend, because we can have a reversal, but a very small one, but it's tradable, so we make some money. So to recap, Ethereum, same thing as Bitcoin. They're in a local uptrend, they're doing well. Price has just been railing up, nothing crazy, but also it's looking good for Ethereum. Ethereum can surely make new highs in the coming week. Now, if you look at gold first, without all the levels and all the noise, of course gold is in the major uptrend, but this week we saw at the start of the week some kind of pullback, and not just a small one. 5% dump on gold in 1 day, 2 days is pretty big. But of course you saw this crazy uptrend, so this dump is nothing to worry about. It's just a normal natural pullback. We can't just keep going up like crazy. That's not how the market works. I know gold is only up this year and last year, but you see price has to make these pullbacks, because otherwise that just doesn't work. It's a financial market worth trillions of dollars. If you zoom in, so gold created this little pullback, made a low here, tried, failed, made a new low here, picked up some liquidity here. I think this level might have been called, I'm not entirely sure. And gold is trying now again. Of course markets are closed, but of course, as you may know, Trump, Colombia, the whole situation, I'm not going to talk too much about it, you can look it up yourself. Yeah, worldwide escalation, geopolitical things tend to be positive for gold, because people are panicking, people want to be safe, want their money in something safe, so they invest in gold. So I do expect gold to rise in price in the upcoming weeks. Don't expect a 10% pump on Monday, of course not, but we could see on Monday that when price opens we can be somewhere here already. I do expect some movement there, because yeah, market is closed while the news came out, and I am not that familiar and experienced with gold yet, I'm gonna be honest, but I do think it has some kind of impact, so we could really see a gap between market closed and market open. But yeah, just in general, without all the news, I also think gold has more upside potential. Yes, we saw this pullback, which I already mentioned in the last videos that this was coming. Of course, I'm not a predictor, I couldn't say if it was here. It happened in the end, and I warned you guys that you don't have to long. And now we're in this zone. I can show all the levels in this zone, 3 minor levels. We have these 2 levels to gain. This is the main support. This level could give a very nice trading opportunity, the $4,303. Maybe if price before the pump on Monday or Tuesday pulls back to here, you can have a very nice entry, so surely keep an eye on that level. And these 2, not the most important, but 2 levels to gain. And then of course, as I already mentioned in several videos, also in the trading course, here we saw just a sharp dump, and what that means is probably when we're back here that we also see a sharp pump, because there's not much liquidity here. It's just all sell orders, and when price triggers this, it's all buy orders, so it just pumps. So for gold, I can remove these levels, this one is more important. On the full daily, we have 3 levels here, of course, the all-time high of $4,550. Crazy if you saw what it was at last year. And then these 2 levels, and then below, of course, we have, I'd say this is a very important support level, but yeah, we have a lot of support levels down, of course, because price has been pumping for the past year, 2 years. So for gold is also looking for more upwards potential, surely with the macroeconomic news, but we'll see next week. I haven't given you the sauce to make $1 million tomorrow, but I hope I guided you through the market and you understand what's going on in the world, what Bitcoin, Ethereum are looking towards, and what's happening with gold. Heading into markets next week, I give you some nice trading opportunities, so surely keep an eye on that. If you want more, surely join the Discord server, link is in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.